So boom, you know Tariq Nasheed does his thing on Twitter Spaces. He has people call in or come up on the stage and talk, right? He's been talking about Charlie Kirk a lot lately for the past, week, 2 weeks, whatever the case may be. I can't remember how long dude has been dead. But a white woman comes on the stage, right? And I feel I have to do this video because I have been debating with racists since the Trayvon Martin era online. So that's like what, 2013? So it's been a long time. I've been having a lot of debates with racists online since that. It actually got to the point where I got exhausted and my motive for the debate switched because I came to an understanding somewhere circa 2017 that, you can't have these discussions thinking that you're going to give them an understanding or educate them. They don't want to be educated. A lot of them know exactly what they're doing. At that time, I was thinking, no, so you just don't get what's going on. No, you don't want to get what's going on because you have an underlying hatred for black people. So that bias puts you in a position to where you look stupid, you say stupid stuff, and you defy logic. So I switched my whole thing from I'm not trying to educate these dudes. I'm trying to either A, educate other black people through debating these races, or B, troll them and embarrass them. It's one of those two things typically when I debate. But when we get outside of that, the reason I picked this vid is because I had an epiphany at some point this year. And this highlights that epiphany so I can highlight it for you on the channel.
How you doing, Victoria?
Very well, thank you.
So what's on your mind?
A lot, actually. First of all, I'd like to know how many of you out there know whether or not Martin Luther King was considered a politician?
He wasn't a politician.
This starts off pure nonsense. What the fuck is she talking about?
Why do you say that?
Because he wasn't an elected official. What was he elected for? He wasn't elected to any political office.
Do you consider him a political figure, though?
He's a civil rights figure. I don't know about a political figure, but a civil rights figure.
Yes, absolutely. But
And
he did talk a lot about politics, right?
he talked about just justice and racism and a lot of stuff. But he was an American icon. He transcended just politics, right?
Would you say he was a man of God?
Of course.
So wasn't Charlie Kirk.
You say Charlie Kirk was a man of God?
Yes,
Which God?
that's exactly what I'd love to talk about. You know, in this world, and let me
It's almost like she's a surfer on psychedelics. That's how the fuck she talks throughout this whole shit.
share a little bit of my history. I grew up in a dysfunctional upbringing, and like the like most of us, you know, I'm self-raised, self-taught, and I tried to listen to people to hear what they're saying, to know the difference between so-called right and wrong. But I feel, and I had to come up here to say this, I feel that we live in a society that's always pointing the finger. It's like somebody's wrong, somebody's wrong, somebody's wrong. But at the end of the day, what are we trying to prove? People are out there with this animosity and this anguish and this hatred. And it's always, oh, is he white? Is she from a white descendant? Does she have any white inherited roots? It almost feels like the white so-called people, which I don't think there are any left, is the minority.
And let me just break this down a few ways. So the first thing she talks about is all of this animosity and discourse going on, right? And hatred and all of that, right? So there's a lot of that going on. So that's the buildup. What she then does is nasty because she has come in a black space, in a black space, and she's trying to victimize white people. She's trying to make it like white people are the victim. But then the next thing that she does is a new tactic. I don't want to say a new tactic, but it's something that I really have not seen until recently. Like a lot of people are doing. Like I seen the black dude on CNN. Like, what is black? What is it? There are a lot of people trying to act like race doesn't exist, like the construct doesn't impact the majority of society in America. And she tries to act like whiteness is just a myth. And the last thing that she does is she tries to say that white people are a minority. It's because my brain is kind of freezing right now because it's so stupid. It's so fucking stupid. Now, the thing about that, and the reason it's so stupid, is because one is 100% false. You know, we have the CDC and all of that stuff, the government, they do census checks and all of that stuff. White people are the vast majority of the population. Our own government classifies people in the population by race. So for her to act like race is non existent, it is supreme ignorance. It is supreme ignorance. And it's easily recognizable, but it makes you wonder, what is driving this? Is it real or is it fake? Is this intentional or unintentional? Is it crack? Now, the last thing, why this is so disingenuous, she's coming on at Cape for racist Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk is known for talking about black people all the time. And one of the things that he always likes to mention when he mentions the crime statistics, that we are a minority. So it's like it goes against what the person she's trying to defend even says. Just super duper fucking idiot. And it's just like, I get it. I get it. I think the reason that Tariq entertains it, because I'm not gonna stop every time she says something stupid from here on out. Like I'm just not. But I think the reason Tariq entertains it is because he knows it's entertaining. He knows it's a slam dunk 360 windmill to talk to these ignorant people and let them have a platform to, you know, spew their ignorance on in some place other than the comment section on some random Facebook post or something, to where their platform won't be that big. It's just you're just another commenter. Now I say this as well because just got to keep it a beam. To me, people like, because if you, this is an hour long, we're not gonna listen to an hour of it. This shit is so ridiculous that it wouldn't surprise me if this shit was fake and she was an actor. It wouldn't surprise me because it's hard for me to, but like, I know people are stupid and there's a level of stupidity you encounter daily. It's hard for me to believe that an adult that pays bills and possibly has a job and possibly has kids is as stupid as the woman throughout this entire clip, throughout this entire hour long, you know, debate monologue that she's doing. It's hard for me to believe that somebody is actually that fucking stupid and found a way to get on to spaces and get into Tariq and shit. Like I can't. It's hard for me to believe somebody is that stupid because this is top tier stupidity. I don't necessarily think that that's the case as far as it being fake or anything like that, but it's like even if he has nothing to do with it, like she's putting on an act. That's what I would think because this is just no fucking way.
I mean, are we to be hated? And I don't know what nationality I am. I'm considered, I guess, a mutt. I don't know my skin. I don't know if you want to look at it. There's no real white and there's no real black.
Mhm.
I mean, there's everything else in between. And I think that people are people.
Hold on.
And they're
I think that people are people is under the, you know, umbrella of I don't see color. We'll come back to that.
Yeah,
there's there's
slow down. Didn't I tell y'all this the other day? Whiteness is a secret society now. I told y'all this the other. I just I'm doing a teachable moment here. I don't. I'm not muting you to be rude. I just want to pause it for a second because I was just teaching the family about how whiteness is now a secret society. No, I'm not white. What? No. It's like you got to knock on the door 3 times, and I'm a mutt. I don't know. Okay, but you're white. You're white. You're white. You're white. Okay.
Okay, define what white means, and is that some kind of disease? Am I to be crucified or killed or murdered or haunted or stalked because of my so called skin color?
Deluxe stupidity. We gonna fast forward.
No, seriously, because it's a very difficult topic to be having. It's like these people thrive, and I don't mean to say these people because there's no specific race or whatever. There's just like this, there's like, if I can say, hatred that people thrive on. And there's a verse from the Bible. I can't remember the name. It's from Revolutions or something. But
Oh God.
like when you talk about Martin Luther King, I think that Charlie Kirk was a man, plain and simple. He was a father. He had children. And when people are protesting that murder is a victory, I mean, come on, come on. Don't matter if you're black
Man,
or white. That's
man,
wrong.
are you trying to compare Charlie Kirk to Martin Luther King?
Of course not, dude. Listen, Martin Luther King was Martin Luther King. You can't compare people with people. Everyone is different. I'm saying that Charlie Kirk was a man of God and he preached
What?
about people coming together.
No, he didn't. What?
Listen, he had his own opinions. Okay, maybe not everyone agreed with him, but the point of the matter is if you're preaching murder is okay, that is wrong, dude.
That's what he preached.
No, that's not true. And it's so funny that now that he's gone, people twist it.
Are these people on crack?
Yes, Tariq. A good meth cocktail. We gonna fast forward.
Okay, no, no, no. Y'all not gonna lie about this man's legacy. Charlie Kirk's platform was justifying all the murders of black people at the hands of white people. Name one white person he said was wrong for killing a black person. One. Go. Vicky, that's a question for you. Go.
My mic was mute.
And now go.
He didn't get a chance. He's only 31 and you
Oh,
guys took him out.
oh God. Whoa, 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 whoa. You guys. What? You guys. What you mean,
Hold
you
up,
guys?
hold up, hold up.
Ho,
Hold on.
ho, ho.
Hold up.
You guys.
The
You took.
point the point is he was murdered. Are you agreeing that murder is a
Man,
way of justification?
no, you didn't say you guys. Your community took him out, ma'am. He was shot by a fellow suspected white supremacist, ma'am. What are you talking?
No, it's not.
Huh? What do you mean we took him out? He got shot from the call was coming from in the house. He got shot by
Dude,
one of.
stop muting my mic.
You're not muted. We hear you.
Okay. So listen, my point is
No, what do you mean you
you
got? No, no, no.
no,
What?
no. Okay, I take that back. Please.
Oh,
Don't make a mountain out of a molehill. The point is
you
he was murdered. He was murdered.
I just had to include that part because that was nasty work.
by his
His
own.
life is no
By his,
longer. It doesn't matter if it was him or anyone else. And it's not about guns. It's about people pulling the trigger. If they have hate in their heart, dude,
oh,
that's
goodness.
not a way to live life. I don't care if you're black or white. Do you not agree?
Yeah, he didn't agree because he justified all the killings of black.
Okay, fine,
So,
fine. If
so
you feel
why
that,
are you mad that people have the same energy he has? Why are you upset with that? You want to praise him, but then diminish the people who have his same energy. What kind of stuff is that? People are giving him the same energy. Me, I'm more scholarly with it.
because
But
he was out there doing something, and
yeah,
we're not
denigrate
praising
black people.
him. We're simply justifying that he was a man like you. You're a man out here preaching right now. What's wrong? No one's going to go try and shoot you. Because you're speaking your piece and you're trying to pull people together and hold your point of.
What lie is that? Who was he pulling together, ma'am? Y'all keep lying and won't elaborate. Who was he trying to pull together? He was dividing people based on race. Who is he pulling together? He was all about stay away. If you see a black pilot, stay away. If Boom Quisha is ghetto, she's customer service. Oh, get off the phone. If you see blacks, stay away. Where's all of
Okay,
this
okay,
talk?
okay, okay, okay. So you got
Where?
people out here calling people racist, Nazis. Dude,
No, 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 no. Where is the together talk? It was always stay away from the blacks. So where's this together talk, ma'am?
that's you and I right now trying to come together.
That ain't based on him.
See, now that Charlie is gone and we got all these clips floating around, and even then you could go and watch the full debates, the context doesn't change. It doesn't change. There's more than enough evidence that he is anti black. A lot of people are trying to misrepresent or remix who he was, what he stood for, and what he said. That's what a lot of people, they're trying to clean up his image. That's why it killed me when like the NFL and people like that fucking doing memorial services. Shout out to the Detroit Lions and all the teams that didn't go for that shit. Cause this is not a man to be honored on that level. Like he's literally at the bottom of all the top political talking heads on the fucking right. Like dead ass.
That's not based on anything that he tried to do. And we're not together. I'm opposing all of your rhetoric because you're saying stuff that don't make no sense.
It's not rhetoric. You're avoiding the question. Do you think that murder is victory?
I didn't say that at all. Where did you get that from, man? That's a moot question. I
Because you're
haven't.
jumping on me because I'm trying to express myself. And you're jumping on me because like, I guess you believe I'm
Oh,
white? I don't know what that even means, dude.
Lord, ma'am, let's stop with this denial of whiteness. You're not some leprechaun or some shit from nowhere. You're a white woman. It's okay. Let me
You're damn right it's okay.
get
People should not be judged by the color of their skin. We're talking about a man who was murdered. Murder is not a victory, dude.
nobody said I didn't say that. Why do you keep saying that? I never said
You keep saying that because he was saying some kind of rhetoric shit that he deserves to be murdered. That's what you're
I,
saying. And you're trying to get me to justify that he didn't
now
defend
you're
black people.
lying,
Yes,
ma'am. You're acting like a white supremacist. White supremacists just make I didn't say anything remotely close to that, ma'am. Why are you practicing white supremacy?
you're funny. Dude, what is white supremacy?
Okay, hold on. Torin, are you in here, brother?
Yes, sir. I'm here. How you doing,
I'm
Tariq?
good, brother. Do you have anything for this? It's wearing me out, to be honest. Oh,
I don't have a lot, but I'm gonna say this. White people like this have this thing they love to do. Whenever they get
Why do
caught
you
out,
keep judging me as
hey,
white? My
um,
skin is
hey,
mulatto, dude. Why do you keep calling me white?
I'm not
Because of the way I think?
sister. Hey,
Was Martin Luther King white because of the way he thought?
before we start, I'm not Tariq, so I'm gonna talk and you're gonna listen. That's the first thing, all right? So listen. People like this, what they do is whenever something happens to somebody who's a white person, they automatically try to lionize them and they try to make show you out the best qualities they had, but this
No,
individual
that's what
had
I'm
no
saying.
qualities.
You guys are justifying that he's
Again,
murdered and he's white. But
I'm
no, no,
again,
no.
I'm gonna need you to be
I'm talking
quiet.
about a man. It doesn't matter the color of his
I'm
skin who
gonna
was
need you to
murdered,
be
dude.
quiet because I'm not this is the last time I'm gonna tell you this. So what happens is they try to make this give this person characteristics that they never showed in life. And here's the real thing about this. A lot of people like this who are white supremacists, they are really invested in
You
the
are
idea.
you are
They
classifying me as
Tariq,
white supremacist. Stop it now.
Tariq. So this is what happens is they are really invested in the idea that black people are automatically supposed to show pity to them and basically mourn their deaths
hmm
when they have
What?
never showed any sort of like compassion in their own lives. And this particular individual was very adamant about saying that empathy was something that he thought was made up and useless. So he's getting the same empathy that he showed in life. And whatever he's dealing with on the other side is what he's dealing with. And he got what he got. Now, I want to
So
move
you're
on to
saying you're happy he's dead and that you're justifying murder as a
lady. I
source of
don't care. I
victory.
don't care what you think, to be frank.
Straw manning, gaslighting.
But anyway, Tariq,
Well, you're calling me a white supremacist. I'm calling you a murder lover.
you can call me what you want. I do not care.
yeah.
You think that murder is the way to behave as a
Thank,
human being?
I do not.
thank you, brother Torin.
So I think that's enough for you to get the point. This is the epiphany that I had before I watched this video, but it's highlighted in this video. This woman comes in to a black space. This white woman comes into a black space and then preaches, oh man, I don't see color. I don't see color. You know, we're all humans. At the end of the day, you heard how many times she said that Charlie Kirk was a man and Tariq is just a man. Color just doesn't exist. It just doesn't exist. Why can't we all just get along? You guys are wrong. And a bunch of gaslighting, like, you think murder is right because he got murdered. When Tariq never said anything like that, never expressed joy for him being murdered or nothing like that. So she comes into a black space to do all that and to have all this kumbaya talk. This is the epiphany that I had, because I always knew that those types of people are dangerous. Those types of people are very disingenuous. Those types of people are, it's like not even wolves in sheep's clothing. They are wolves with their fangs out, with just a sheepskin t-shirt. Like, nobody thinks that you're a sheep. You're not in sheep's clothing. You're just in a sheep t-shirt. Like, we see what you are. And it's like that Cat Williams thing. Like, motherfucker, don't you know I can see you? Like, you can't think that we're this dumb. Right? But this is the epiphany. When you look at white spaces, because I've contemplated doing a video on this as far as white spaces on the internet, especially red pill adjacent spaces where there's a lot of racism, right? A lot of anti-black racism. You never see, when you get a peek at these white spaces, when you go on Instagram and somebody types out the letter N in the comments or something racist, like a nigga what video, and then somebody else comes and types I, and then another user comes and types G, and they get all the way through to say the whole word. When these people are seeing, women, as far as white women, who have a black baby dad, have a mixed kid, and they get beat on or something like that, or they get left and they're a single mom with a mixed kid, and all these white dudes are in the comments talking about she paid the toll, burn the coal, pay the toll, when these guys are having a good old time saying that. When white people are doing the Skittles challenge to mock Trayvon Martin, laying down with the Skittles and all of that stuff. When people like Myron Gaines are in white supremacist spaces and we see all the audio, we see these guys getting together every week, congregating, talking, plotting, spewing hatred. The thing you will notice when you look at all these spaces, right, where you look up and you're the only black person there. There's very few black people there. You're the only black person there. Everybody white is engaging in racism. Where the fuck are these motherfuckers at? Where are these kumbaya ass motherfuckers at then? Where are these I don't see color, we all need to get along, bitch ass motherfuckers then? They are never anywhere to be found in white racist spaces. They always manage to fucking crawl into black spaces like a fucking roach. And when they get in the fucking space, they want to talk this, you guys are bad, what you think is wrong. I'm not going to hold white people accountable to any degree. What is white even? Because I don't see color. Hey, we're brothers. Me and you are brothers. Can't we just all get along? Bullshit. They come into our spaces and they kick that shit. And they try to dismantle the conversation and inject some caucasity into the space. They can't just stay wherever the fuck they have to come in our spaces and talk to us. But when Tim Pool is doing his shit, or when any of these other motherfuckers is talking this anti-black shit, there's never a white guy who gets in the comments. There's never a white girl who gets in the comments and says, you know what, you guys are fucked up and you need to stop. They're not telling these white people, yo, the only race is the human race. They're not doing that. And that is exactly why these types of people are white supremacists. Because she's coming on here not only to defend the white supremacists, but I guarantee you this same bitch, you're never going to find her in a white space trying to shut down white racism. You're never going to see it. That's why I get so fucking pissed off when anybody Caucasian comes in. And this is the thing. It's not like I don't know white people. It's not like I'm not cool with white people. Guess what? The white people that I know would never get on no bullshit like this. Guess what happened to the ones that did? I cut them off because guess what? They're co-workers from fucking white areas where they don't have no nigga. Bro, I can't remember what was going on, man. I had this co-worker, fucking weenie ass old white dude that looked like fucking Turtle off Master of Disguise and shit like that. He was a weenie, but he had been working at this niggalicious job for a long time, you know, and he was still working at the job then. He posted some racist shit when one of these like police brutality shootings happened or something like that. Not only did I cut him off, I screenshot the shit, put it up and said, you see, this is how come, told my people, this is how come I don't be adding these white people from these jobs. Because they be like, they be exposed to white people strictly in a job environment. And they'll be like, you know, all these motherfuckers, yeah, they cool. They cool here. But I don't value their lives. I don't value the lives of they people. I think they're all baboon monkey animals. And they all deserve to die. Any deaths of them is always justified. But I'm not pulling no fucking punches. I hate a bitch like this, the one in the video, so much. I hate a bitch like that because you trying to play everybody in this space right now, and your bitch ass is not going to take your ass over to any white space where they're talking super anti-black, even violent shit. You're not going to go over there. You're not going to go where the racist trolls be and they just be trolling, nigger. You're not going to do that. I've seen a bunch of clips, and I don't play games no more, but I've seen a bunch of clips of white people calling people the N-word on Omegle and Call of Duty and things of that, like all them games. Never seen nobody that wasn't the black person check that motherfucker for saying that shit. Like, it never happens. I don't hear about it. I don't see it. So it's like, when it comes to white racism, anti-blackness, it goes uncontested by most white people. Like these white people have their spaces and they just get their shit off and just go home, go to sleep, whatever. They just get their shit off at the clan meeting, the digital clan meeting. But the thing is, we not even, as far as any black spaces or any black, we not trying to mobilize no violence. We not trying to preach no hatred. We not trying to destroy these motherfuckers. We just want to be fucking left alone, not have to deal with white supremacy, to truly be treated as equals and to have peace. That's really it. Freedom fighting and combating white supremacy, civil rights and all of that, it's never looked like us up in arms and killing people. Like, but guess what? White supremacy is responsible for so much pain, anguish, and death. Only a fucking idiot would think that a black space is comparable to these white supremacist spaces. Only a fucking idiot, but this is the thing. There are a lot of fucking idiots out there. And to be racist, in most cases, you have to be a fucking idiot. But that's it for today, man. Let me know your thoughts on Gone.